running. We running. Remember that song? Yeah, we are live. Good morning.
Good morning. No, we're not headless people. Here we go.
Hello,
and welcome to
Coffee and Conversation.
I need to come this.
Where you at?
When it be like the mirror thing, I'm like, which way are we really? That's it.
Yeah, just move it.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can see us, right? It was way out the side, the camera, right?
We're not out the side.
I know, we a little off today, but you know.
Oh, push that back. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, y'all.
Good morning. Okay.
Okay, Ron. We gonna say 8:35 start time. We was looking for the topic you told us yesterday. I was about to text you, but I was like, no.
We'll do that tomorrow. We can't remember what we decided. Next time we got to write in our notes. Just when you're telling us. Boo.
Yeah, I gotta put some notes in.
So yeah. Well, you are tuned in to Coffee and Conversations, and come on now. It be like that sometimes. Sometimes your coffee's late. Sometimes you're waiting a little longer.
Like I said, real.
But we are here.
Conversation, okay?
In
real
this
time.
Wasn't close. No, I did.
It wasn't. You can't be wasting that, girl.
I cannot be wasting this. It look expensive.
When it's healthy, you know you gonna pay for it. Ain't that a shame, though?
You know,
we gotta pay more.
We're not sponsored, but I'm just saying, agave be busting, and this is 100%, but I'll do different ones too, though. You know?
But you know, that's what happens. You pay for luxury.
You pay. That's a
come on now. Luxury ain't cheap. You pay for luxury. You want to eat healthy, you gonna pay for the healthy stuff, and that's not bad because it's quality.
Quality. That's right.
Quality. So what are you putting in your body? Junk or quality food? Come on now. You either gonna pay for it now or pay for it later, health-wise. And we all know that pharmaceutical industry, forget about it. That's the money, honey. Okay?
That's the beast.
That's a whole nother topic. But anyway, so our topic for today is
drum rolls, please.
Precious and her drum rolls. I knew she was going to say
drum rolls, please. It's always a parade.
Anticipation. Oh, she gonna make y'all wait to anticipate for it. Drum rolls, please.
Okay, so what is it?
It
is. Are you living are you doing what you wanted to do?
Are you living out your childhood dreams?
Are you doing what you wanted to do as a child?
Mm-hmm. I thought about that this morning. I did a post. I was like, how many of us are actually doing what we said we was gonna do when we was a child? Because when I was a child, Lord, I was like, I'm gonna deliver babies.
For real?
I wanted to be an obstetrician. Remember we used to go with Lola to the hospital?
Yes, I was just telling us. That's when we saw the girl that was 8 years old had a baby. That's when they showed the book. Yeah. So
I remember the book though. I remember
it was a big old book. It was looking like an old Bible.
Oh Lord, yeah, that was back.
Yeah, it was a big old book with them brown pages that turned like real.
Oh, really?
And that's when we was young. So yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But that was before they have all this technology. So.
Well, I did say I wanted to. So yeah, like when I was in junior high and high school, I went to Cloud Barton. That was like the people that wanted to be sort of like in a nursing field. So I wanted to be an obstetrician, and that's what I thought I wanted to be. I'm far away from that, but I mean, it's tea.
It's so good.
Oh, okay. It's the agave.
It's the agave. You know what? And you know what? It's that addiction that we have for that sweet flavor. Because I'm telling you, I haven't had I haven't put agave in my tea for the last like 4 days. And then yesterday I made 2 days ago I made my way to the store. And yesterday when I came, I forgot I made my way to the store. So nothing, just the water in the tea bag. That's how proud I am of myself.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
So yeah, I've been just drinking warm water. I mean, flavored tea water, but it was nothing else in it. No agave, no nothing. So I know it's possible if I commit to me. So, but yeah. But I'm telling you, we're about to celebrate our 21st anniversary, and that's going to be a treat. experience. We're gonna cheat that a couple of days, but staying focused. I'm gonna carry my agave with me, y'all. So
Girl.
I'm gonna add my agave in my stuff, but no, and I'll try to stick to tequila because tequila is made by agave. So, and I found a plant base. You remember the plant botanicals
How
that I got?
taste plain?
It tastes. It tastes. No, it is actually a vodka, but it was made.
It's a
plant.
I need that one then.
And it's a plant based vodka. So
the smell alone makes
me
feel like
because we do like a cocktail.
Yes.
And with 5 kids and 20 years of marriage, we deserve to treat ourselves to a cocktail. I feel no shame in that.
Why should you? What's the shame in a cocktail?
No, that's what I'm saying. No, I'm not even talking about him. I'm talking about me. Sugars and stuff. Thing. So that's what. Right. That part. Okay. Yeah, I ain't. Yeah, I want. Listen, if that was what I thought, I really would have. But I read from thine own understanding, and so I know those are not one of my wages.
Absolutely.
We make the world a better place. Long as you're drinking responsibly.
That part.
Responsibly.
Responsibly.
And I've never had a problem drinking.
Always be responsible. If you gonna drink, and please don't be acting
So I'm gonna do some sharing real quick.
On. So yeah, guys, but that's what I wanted to be when I was younger. I said, when I get older, I'm gonna be delivering babies and I'm gonna be an obstetrician. Well, when I started, school, and then I realized what it really was gonna take to be that obstetrician.
That's the realest thing right there.
So I mean, do you think the reason why people don't accomplish what they say they're gonna be when they're younger is because of what they have to do, put the work in, and they realize they're not willing to put the work in? Or do you think life just turns them a whole different way because of circumstances?
I think I would say that it's life. It's so many different things because, to be honest,
depends on the person.
It depends on a person because it could be like you said, you started doing the school thing. I know how many of the older kids that we know now that was going to college and they were like changing their majors. Because that's a common thing. If you go to college, that's why I think people were taking gap years because you're wasting money because you haven't figured out what you wanted to do and you just want to be in some kind of order, you think. But order is having clarity. And if you don't have clarity, then you don't have order. I don't care what you tell yourself.
Schedule. So, it's like a schedule. You want a schedule.
So you're on a schedule. That's right. Where it's
like what to do. You have so much free time and now you're adulting. Yeah, see, Era said that to me. She was like, when she was at school and college, she's used to being on a schedule.
Yeah. And
so once she was no longer on a schedule, it was like, okay, what to do? Because I'm used to being here at this time, here at this time.
Yeah.
And when you no longer have that timing of you must do this and then you got to do it for yourself.
Yeah, then you got to hire yourself, right? And so it's like we put ourselves on a schedule by asking for the job, applying for the job, taking the job. So we scheduled ourselves for them, right? And so it's harder for us to think, what do I need me for?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's one of the major things when people be shifting. For me personally, I'm gonna tell you, that's what I'm about to say. Just as I am the dreamer, I can tell you I was going to be 3 to 4 different things. It shifted through my childhood. So first, I was going to be a teacher.
Oh, really? Oh my God. You said that?
I probably was about 3rd grade when I fell in love with my teacher, Miss Pierce. She was the most amazing lady. And I learned fungi alacia, ashe. But it was my last year before they bused me all the way to Howard Beach. So she was my favorite teacher. I cried because it was like, oh, we're moving her and we're going to bus her.
Why did you get bused?
Because I was a smart kid.
Because you're just so smart.
The president, the principal went to my mom and was like, I don't think that the school is challenging the pressures. And I have a friend who's the principal at Howard Beach, and I think you should bus her.
Wow, look at the connections. Look at the village of the network.
That's right. And so they bused me to Howard Beach. And then when I got to Howard Beach, and I was in 4th grade elementary, and I probably was one of maybe, in the regular population, because I was in the highest special class, the honor class, and it might have been, it was 1 per class. So in my class, I was the only Black girl.
Oh, wow.
But then there was another girl. I remember her name. Her name was Odetta.
Not Odetta, girl.
Odetta. And she
that
was
sound like a name back then.
And she
Odetta.
was in the other class.
Okay, Odetta.
Okay. And then most of the kids that were my color was in special ed.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Not smart, not bad, not stupid kids, just behavior kids, right? So they were so smart, but they, you know, they had behavior problems. But so, and then when I was there, I wanted to become a lawyer.
When you got there, okay.
Yeah, so during that, actually, even when I went Rondell says that all the time. But wait, I'm gonna bring a full circle. So I wanted to be a lawyer. So actually, by the time I got to high school, I had went into Springfield Gardens law program. And then while I was there, life got so just crazy. I was, you know, there's so much stuff going on, life happening, that then I decided I wanted to be a therapist.
But you know what?
That's what I'm saying. It's all the same thing
in your life that you felt you would fit better in this.
But they all married. When I thought about it, when I think about it now, and I think me and Rondell had a conversation, Chef Ryan had a conversation about it not too long ago. That was funny. It was like a teacher, right? And so I love to teach, right? I'm great with the kids because I can take that thing. Then the psychologist, the lawyer. So I'm always defending my husband be driving around like, here we go. You have to advocate for everybody.
We all know who to call, honey, because when you came to that school with me with Sierra, honey, I said, all right.
Oh, y'all want to play? I'm calling her godmother.
Let me go get her godmother, because you know what? Y'all got me talking. And I ain't got time for this.
That makes me think of the same time when Neve was in like third grade, but she was in the magnet program, and they should have started her in kindergarten because it's a language program, but they brought them in first grade. Girl, I changed them rules at that school, and so because they brought her in first grade, it's like what's the word I'm looking for? They submerge them in, so they don't do any English. They only speak that language. But I didn't realize Serenity, Neve is 2 years older than Serenity. So when Serenity went in, so Neve was struggling with the French, and so we had got her a French tutor that was coming to the house 2 days a week. It was amazing. She was an older white woman. She was so good with her. And she was tutoring her because I was trying to tutor her. And the teacher was right to know, like, please do not help her.
How you gonna help her?
You know what I was doing? I was saying the words wrong. Now we got the little sound. Yeah, so I'm like signing out the French words like. And so she has a spelling test, and I'm like, okay. And because Neve was a different learner, I would record. Like Essence can study her words, but Neve, she had sound, right? So I would literally take my phone and record all of her spelling words with the definitions, and then I would let her go to sleep with it in her ears, so she would hear it. And then when she took her test, she started to. So I had to find. So teaching, right? I had to figure out their thing.
Talking about it ain't work staying home. You better stop playing. Look at mommy.
But when we went to the meeting, they were like, oh, she's not picking up the language. But then I realized because Serenity came behind her, that it wasn't a language barrier, it's the order in which they was teaching them. And so those fundamentals, the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s that Serenity got, I was like, well, if she knew that she started in first grade, shouldn't they put all of the kids that didn't submerge from kindergarten in one class and start them off with the basics? So all they was teaching them was sight words without sounding and all that stuff, which was the major piece that she was missing. Fast forward, they made it seem like she had a learning disability. Why did they do that with my child, honey? We had a meeting around the table, and we get there, and the teachers are all talking, and she was like, yeah, Neve is struggling. I was like, well, she ain't struggling until she got here. And they was like, well, it's such and such. Now you have all these people. I said, well, get the paperwork. Because I put it here in first grade, check all her paperwork. Mondale sitting there like, he, tapping my thing. But when the person said they wanted to test her for disability, mental, what was it? They wanted to test her for maybe like a learning disability because she wasn't picking it up. The language, I said, well, that's not her language.
That is not her
language. But
what
do I tell? Her teacher, who has been in the school for years, could barely speak she was sitting in there doing it. And I said, well, okay. So are you going to be tested? Now, this is when my dad started pulling on me. I said, it's too late. It is too late. Are you going to be tested? I said, because you've been here how many years in America? I can't understand what you're saying. And you're telling me that my daughter has a learning disability because y'all didn't give her the fundamentals of the language? Say less. I pulled her right out of school because they were going into having to do the citywides. I pulled her out. I got her thing, Serenity Stay. And I brought her her paperwork next year, right? All of her tests, she got 5s.
Come on.
All of her things, she got A's. I said, so no, y'all have a teaching disability. And by the following year, you can only go in that school in kindergarten or 6th grade.
Come on, see, it takes.
You gotta advocate for your kids. So that's the advocation
and
part. I'm gonna advocate for
mine,
honey, because I got the privilege of being home, so I can pay attention, and that's a gift.
And that's
I'm not gonna take advantage of that gift.
Staying home. So when people try to make a big deal about parents that stay home versus work, and then let me tell you, y'all better analyze these kids that parents do work and understand all these issues they having, because the parent is not there. It's really spending quality time with them and seeing and paying attention with what's going on with those kids. Because I'm telling you, the quality time with them kids is what makes the difference. It's not the money. It's not what we talk about long term.
Yes. We're talking
that's temporary. So what you say, invest in your kids, because I'm telling you, it's worth the investment.
And so let me tell you, and I had to celebrate. Let's celebrate Neve while we got her on the topic. Her birthday was late, so she didn't get to start with everybody else because she was born October 14th. But when she was born on a cutoff date. I remember she was 2 weeks early, and when I walked in, my doctor walked in and was like, "Girl, she made the cutoff date," and I was like, "Yeah." Then 2 years, the year that she was supposed to start, they changed the cutoff date, which means she couldn't go into kindergarten. Yes, because the cutoff date had changed, so she couldn't go. So she ended up being a year behind. So this would have been her senior year, even though it would have been overwhelming because Essence graduates in May. So I would have a college graduate and a high school graduate at the same time, right? So that would have been a lot. I know we could have done it.
Yeah.
So, but because of her, late birthday, they pushed her off. Well, then at the beginning of this year, she's a junior, and they were giving her another calculus class, and last year while she got an 80 something, she struggled through that in calculus, so she didn't want another one, and so she was telling her teacher she didn't want it, and they was making her try to get it, so I had to get Essence because she knows how to do she knows how to message in the right way. I can be a little bit strong when I feel like somebody is wrong. So Essence is my emailer, and then I respond after she does it the right format. She's more conditioned better that way. My oldest daughter said we're raising them to take over the village. But anyhow, so she did the letter or whatever. And so when I get now the guidance counselor called me because she was giving Neve was talking for herself, advocating, and she was ignoring her. Then when I speak to her, she's like, "Oh, well, turns out she was trying to make her keep calculus, and she said, well, technically she's ready to graduate. She only needs 2 more classes. She can graduate in June if she wants. If she takes an online class, but she's the one that wanted to take a gap year anyway. So I told Neve that worked out for her. So now
she only need 2 more.
So now, that's also she'll do 6 months next year, graduate in January. So she'll still graduate early. But she could have graduated with her class if she wanted to. She didn't want to. So yes. And started late. And this is the people that say my child had a learning disability. She started late and she done early. That ain't no learning disability. That's a teaching disability. Let's call a thing a thing. You got to advocate for your kids.
Word for it.
But we don't went everywhere. We're supposed to be talking about what is your dream job. I'll tell you.
Well, the 3 do marry because, you clearly shown us how all 3 is definitely.
That's why we got to ask on the end of conversations, honey, because we ain't never
conversations.
Talk about
okay, we having a conversation. But there's so many conversations going in between. On in it. Okay.
So be sure to keep up. We see that Melissa, she's probably not here right now. She was on.
Yes.
She was hopping on to share and say hello. She's going to catch the replay. She got an appointment or whatever. We love you. We're going to miss you today. But yes, the replay will be available.
Honey,
that's the one good thing about this, honey. you could come and catch the message
You
later.
can see what the
Come
conversation
one by
was
one.
about, honey.
So yeah, so when I look at it, all
But
me
all three
as
of
a
those
soul-
are needed.
oh yeah.
Oh, all three of those are so needed. The teacher is needed, and they better start.
The
paying
lawyer
attention,
is
'cause I'm
needed.
telling you,
And
the
the
lawyer,
therapist
the
is needed.
therapist, child, we all need therapy, honey. Because I'm telling
I'm
you,
gonna tell you what's so funny. Even when I was little too, I was like, "Oh my God, look at the teachers when they're." You never think about the work. You always think about the promises, right? So even when I was in third grade, I was like, "Oh, this is so cute."
lesson
You get
plan.
to be the teacher. Yeah, none of that I think about. You get to be the teacher. All the kids get to love you because I'm thinking from the amazing teacher that I had perspective,
Just
right?
that one.
When
part.
somebody inspires you, you're like, "Oh, I think I'll be a teacher like
I
you."
wanna do this.
So anyway, by her amazing, we ain't thinking about none of that. The only thing I was thinking about is, oh my God, every holiday, like on Christmas, everybody brings her a gift.
She was thinking of
For
getting
Valentine's
the apple, y'all.
Day, everybody she gets 30 gifts. How cool is that?
No, you was thinking about the impact. You was gonna leave on them little precious
3-year-old
miles.
Precious, I mean,
And the
third
younger,
grade
the more
old-
precious. the
Third
funny.
grade Precious was thinking about the love. She give me the love. What
No,
would I
you would've
say?
been
Don't
amazing.
say thank you. Do thank you, honey. That's doing thank you.
Do thank you. Show
Okay.
thank you. Okay.
One day I will be like Oprah with 1 billion gifts. It's my birthday. I don't need to buy nothing, but everybody sent me something. Isn't that awesome?
Oh, we gonna blow up talking about you get a car and you get a car, but right now we gonna be like you get a book and you get a book and you get a book, child.
That's that part.
That part, because that's what we working on. We are feeding a hungry child soul with our books.
With our books.
So make sure y'all share. If you watching the replay, share. Definitely go on the link to see
Yes.
all of the amazing things Miss Precious Paulin has for everyone. Okay?
Doing a commercial for your girl.
Because we gotta get these books out. Y'all gotta get y'all books in your bookshelf. Like she said, 365 is coming back revised. She still has a little bit of them, maybe
Yes.
3, 4, 5 of them.
Yeah, I got about 3.
Just hurry up and get your book so you can get it. But definitely get these kids.
Well, you know what the best part right now? I have an ebook. So I have the
you have it in ebook.
yeah, I
the
have
365.
the
Oh.
poetry. I have a book of poetry on ebook.
And don't forget what the F is your mustard seed.
Now
honey.
that is in
Today is
pre-order.
the last day of January.
To pre-order. So
Come
it's
on,
coming
y'all,
out.
get y'all book. Pre-order that book. What the F is your mustard seed, honey?
Yeah, today is the last day to pre-order and allow yourself. You can pre-order past then, but today is the deadline
Okay.
for the
What?
mustard seed ticket
Okay.
for the
Okay.
live virtual, and so that will be a paid event.
Okay.
But only the people that pre-order will have a free ticket. Everybody else will pay to come to that.
Yes. So definitely let us
Yes.
know, what your childhood dream was, and are you really living it?
So
And
yes.
if not, why not? What happened that caused you to go away from it, or what caused you to change your mind? And what was the next thing, and are you doing that? And it goes on and on and on. So
And then we was asking, like, we were talking about, like, what are the things that stop you from, accomplishing those things? And some things I would say children, because while
yes,
some
definitely.
people planned them, many of us did not. If that's fair to say, I surely didn't plan mine. I was doing but I wasn't
the ratio
planning
of
the
that?
plan.
Like,
So-
that's a whole nother topic. What is the ratio of
So
people
I'm
planning
saying, so
kids
it changes that, because before then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna be this. I've been doing, but
Definitely
honestly,
go on hold for your dreams, honey.
but I learned that I knew I was a poet at about 12, and I would always do poems for the church. And so, but I would say, how can you do anything with poetry, right? That's before I understood the power in creating books and stuff like that. And so it just worked out. So when I had Essence, she's the first. When I had Essence, and she was by herself for 4 years before we ended up having kids every freaking 2 years after that. That's why I had to stop my tubes, because God was trying to catch me out here. I was finding out that, honey, maybe my role was
Girl, you popping them out every 2 years.
Yeah,
I'm like,
so-
wait a minute, y'all. All right, thank God the boys
The funny
came, 'cause
thing,
I'm like, all right,
listen.
we gonna try again.
The funny thing, when people would come and be like, "Do y'all do anything else?" I'm like, "Don't do that."
First of all, don't be judging, because wait, grandma had like 9, 12, 13.
Right, and
But
they were calling
had
us
big
but
families.
guess what? They were calling us the throwback family.
Come
Because
on.
we throw back.
Throwback.
No, I was never offended, honey.
Oh, no,
Listen,
no,
you should be
wasn't.
proud to do it to
Oh,
your
no.
husband, okay? Y'all should be doing
What
it
else y'all
every
gonna
day.
do? No, we're not talking about that.
Every day.
Okay, we're not
Cheers to
having
making
that
marriages
subject.
great again.
That's love. That's happiness. it does a body good. I'm a Scorpio, so we're not talking about that.
We're not gonna talk about that. But you get our point. So
oh wait, let me make you laugh. So you see your little curls on the side,
mhm.
girl. So when I woke up, my size was like that, right? Can y'all see that? My little things on the side. But Precious got that good.
Don't
it got
do
that little Jewish curl. I don't want to get.
Not
She got that little curl. So I was like, should I use my little brush and brush it down, or should I leave it like that? I was like, it don't look like Precious is though. I look crazy. Let me. I was like, that do look a little cute, but dang, it ain't got the extra curl. You know when it just
curl up.
it's like. I was like seeing this tutu and that.
Oh my God! Let me tell you something. Serenity is.
Oh, that's Serenity.
Serenity is the slick. But you know what makes me laugh? A lot of people like Serenity minds them so much of me. And Serenity, I crack up because you remember back. Come on now, girl. Me, let me tell you, I had locks since I was like, 12 years old, 13 years old.
Oh, good.
And so before it became this fad that it was, honey, I was making things happen. When I did Essence Magazine for my 16th birthday, I went to their appointment, because, I went to an appointment for them to, see if I was into, if they was into.
Have your book?
You know
you
what?
Have yours?
I lost it. Stuff got ruined, and my move when I was in New York, and so I lost so many things. Don't get me started. I lost my yearbook. I lost so many
windows, modeling clothes, even brung me in like.
Yeah, I always get people. I always get people to hook up. Like, listen, if I'm there, you could come here too.
Wrapping me up 5 times, honey. You couldn't tell me nothing.
That's right. It was Mo Shoes bottles, live
Y'all know
mannequins.
nothing about that Mo Shoes.
Mo Shoes.
Where my Brooklyn people?
Where my
New York Brooklyn people? What y'all know about that Mo Shoes, honey? We was live models in the window.
Live models
and
in the
cut
window.
And move. But anyway. What Serenity was on to you? Because we conversations.
Yo, so Serenity be slicking her hair so good, but like I said, it reminded me of me, because back in the day, I would do my ponytails and I would slick it. That's what I was saying. I would braid my locks and make it curly. Like literally, when I went to their stylist, the lady was like, "This," because I didn't even realize they was gonna do my hair. I was used to doing my own hair. So when I came to the appointment, I'm like, they, specializing in locks on young people, that natural look, and so. I'm my hair gonna be done. And when I got there, she was like, we don't even need to do nothing to your hair. And then I was like showing different styles. Then when I moved down here, I made a lot of people lock. I gave a lot of people
locks.
So that was one of the things I did because I couldn't be on my mom's timing. She did have 7 kids and she worked. So it was like,
you had to learn
there's no way I'm waiting for you to get this head done. They're already teasing me because it's locks. It got to be twist. So I did my hair in a way where people never knew if I had box braids or locks. So I created so even to this day, if I do somebody here, they like, that's a P-do. Yeah. Because I was very intentional. I had to feed my own ego. So I learned to perfect it. And my siblings used to hate to help me do my hair. Because I'll be like, what is that?
Yeah,
I'm so, so, and I'm like, do me like I do you. And they're like, but we trying.
Yeah, I can't do it like you. But
and it took me a while to grow up and understand that we all have different skill set. Because I didn't get it as a young person.
She had locks. Let me tell you, she would perm my hair like it wasn't no tomorrow. And when I say slick down, I'll be slick down, perm down.
Yeah, you remember the first time you had me perm your hair? We lived in Richmond Hill. You remember? You was like, girl, I didn't get my hair perm. What I'm going to do? I said, well, give me the box. I think, now, mind you, me and Kia is 3 years apart. So she probably got her 14, well, maybe 13-year-old cousin perming her hair, okay?
Look.
Kids let parents let us do anything.
Where was they, man?
If I would have burned her head out, girl, a story to tell. We had a time last night if that was the
Let me
least.
tell y'all, because
But that was the best perm you ever had.
girl,
I had
that
her
was
slick.
the best perm I ever had. I couldn't wait for Precious to do my perm again. She
So I
was like
became-
combing it through, and we don't know nothing about chemical. We just like it needs to be straight and laid
That-
down.
that's
And
it.
honey, let me tell you, she
That
did
thing
that.
was slick. And then
She always do
I
that.
greased it when I was done. Lord have mercy. After that, she had, listen, that thing was, you know how you want to bounce it, honey? That wasn't giving no Dominican, honey. That thing was heavy. That thing was slick. Wave just shining,
I got
honey.
stories for days,
Oh
honey.
my God, that was
'Cause,
so
honey,
funny.
you know.
Hello, Nicole. Good morning to you,
Hey,
Queen.
sis.
Hello, Tammy. Good morning to you.
Hey, Tammy.
So today we are talking about, are you living your childhood dream? Is this the life of your dreams? Like, are you doing what you wanted to do at this time? Is your life the way you wanted to be? Like, did you want kids? Did you not want kids? Did you want to be married? Did you not want to be married? Do you have the career that you love?
Yes.
Did you know you wanted to do that since you was young, or did you
Yeah.
just decide through the process of becoming? Because
Right.
see, like I said, I was becoming me, and all of those things matter to who I am as a soul sage doctor and officially now ordained apostle. I had to look that up because I got ordained, and I was like, well, what does this make me, Lord? And I think that just goes to show that you are in position before God gives you, right? He positions you, and then he comes in. You got to be serving in that manner. So I became an apostle, and I had to make sure that.
Show yourself approved.
I had to make sure wasn't y'all going to be trying to come at me like, you supposed to be apostle. First of all, don't be in me and God business, okay? I just came to heal your mindset, okay?
Ooh.
That's what I came to
Don't be
do.
in God's business. Woo.
Don't worry about me, sweetheart. Worry about you. Get yourself in. But let me help you.
Be
Get
there
to
for
where
your
you that
opportunity.
part.
Okay,
So-
I'm in mine.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, what does it mean to be? Check. Oh, I can fool with that. I fool with
Okay,
Jesus.
if
I'm
you
his
say
apostle.
that's
I
what
can
it
fool
is,
with it.
it is.
Shout out to Martha Russian.
Come on,
Dr. Martha
Martha.
Russian made my day.
Come
I didn't see
on.
that coming, but I am so honored
Through the peoples
to be a
okay?
part of
Girl,
the
I
community
told you
of
you
healing.
gotta watch that movie, The Shack.
Yeah, I gotta watch The Shack.
Yeah,
I
you
gotta
gotta
watch
watch
The
it.
Shack. I might need to watch it in here.
you gotta watch it, girl.
Okay.
Oh my God.
LOL. Slick, honey. Slick. Slick Rick.
Honey, slick down.
Doobie. Did you do the little
Oh,
the doobie? Do you remember when everybody was doing the French buns? Where it was slick, but it was into a French bun, like it was twisted up.
Girl,
And then they had the crunch, and they lifted the crunch. They crunch it, and then I watched them lift it off people's head. I was like, girl, couldn't be me.
Misha, I had the scrunch before.
I know y'all had all them styles. I remember, I might have been with my cousin Nate in Brooklyn. She was getting her hair done.
Oh, yeah, Nate had
You remember
that
they used to go
scrunch.
get their nails
The
done by
finger
what was the
waves.
two? It was two sisters that had a beauty supply, a shop, but I can't remember what their names are. But she would take me with them because for my 6th grade graduation, I had got my nails done. So I went to them. I think you're getting closer because that sounded like you.
Tiny.
Yeah, something in there. Yes,
Something like that.
So yes, I want you to think like it.
So like, yeah, come on, Nicole, tell us, Tammy. So when you was little, what did you say you wanted to be when you grow up? And are you doing that? Because you are entrepreneur, honey, making them candles. Did
Yeah,
you
so
say
I'm
you
about to
was
sell
gonna do
them
that?
candles.
Oh,
is
what was
amazing.
you doing before the candles?
She has an amazing testimony about her candles
Come
too.
on
I
now.
believe it's dedicated to her brother, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, wow.
But those are the most amazing candles. I remember the first time I met
Long-lasting.
Tammy. Let me tell you something. You like that in your house? 2 floors, top and bottom. Take out any odor, and I mean any odor.
Okay, I need a candle.
You need candles for sure.
I need candles.
Period.
Tammy, put your website in here, boo.
We got the
Put
connection.
your
We got the
website.
connection.
See, this is what it's about. Put your website in there, boo. Gotta get you a candle. Gotta get a candle. I need a candle. Put your website in there, boo. I got them 2 levels.
Not at all doing what I thought. I was going in the service, Navy bound. What, girl? Oh, you got a little, you got that little Navy swag. I can see that, Tammy. She's so cool though, like a fan. She just.
Oh yeah, she cool as heck.
Well, I know you love your life, honey. It may not be what you was planning, but my God, I know you grateful that you allowed yourself to become. But yeah.
What made you not go? Or is that a little?
Yeah. Personal? What? Yeah. I thought. Probably she got old enough. You know how we be.
You had the idea of going in. Thank you, boo. Okay. There go the website. I'm definitely gonna go on there.
So it's semicolon
candle workshop.com. Okay. Candleworkshop.com.
Period.
All right.
And you know what I'm gonna get her to do? Since we're gonna be planning stuff coming up, I'm gonna do some pop-up things because the season shall be breaking soon.
It was nice outside.
It was beautiful yesterday. I mean, beautiful. And so I want to do a candle. She does the workshops. I want her to come in so everybody could make. I think that would be an amazing. That might be even a nice couples event.
Okay. So she said,
my mom passed at 17, had siblings, raised them, etc.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's another thing that stops that.
So life happens.
And we talked about that. Life happens. A lot of times our dreams get postponed. Yeah. Because you couldn't tell me now, once I got over all that stuff, I'm thinking, okay, I'm a poet and people are loving it. So maybe I can. What can I do? Maybe I can write a book. Maybe I can do this. And then I just kind of let it go. And I relocated. And then when I had the kids, it was like I always say, as I was taking care of them, God was taking care of me. So it started to bring that stuff back, which is why my Precious Thoughts on the Soul book of poetry in 2007, I did, self-published. And I went through the whole thing and, created my own thing. And that was like, okay, maybe this can work. Maybe this can be the thing, right? And so it's really just learning. Be evolving, but staying true to you.
Absolutely.
So as long as it's like, so I feel so successful. Definitely feel successful.
You are definitely successful, honey.
Because I'm glad I tapped into my gift and not my dream. Like my intention behind everything was just, it wasn't about me and it wasn't about, the great, all of them was about the greater good because being a teacher, being a lawyer, but it is so much bigger
helping than somebody.
Yeah.
Think about it. A teacher educates the kids for the future, right? Mm-hmm. And then a lawyer defends or offends or whatever the person that's in trouble or whatever. So it's about somebody else. Then the therapist is definitely helping someone in a state of mental, struggle and all of that stuff. So it's always about somebody else.
Yes, it's always. That's the assignment.
And that's the assignment.
Yeah.
Hey, Ty.
So, for me, it's like, and then I'll be like, okay, so now, and then I was like, okay. Once I was doing the poetry and speaking in front of people and teaching at the schools, I've taught at least 10 colleges and least 5 high schools. Like I actually done ceremonies for them. Yeah. But they have always received me. So I'm like, okay, so whether I'm traveling to different places or I'm here, I know that my gift is in speaking because I can definitely reach whether it's kids, whether it's adults, whatever it is.
Whoever in the room and they got ears, they gonna be impacted. Okay, I already know some of your stuff, and I feel like I'm in the room like everybody else, stranger, like for the first time. I'll be like, girl, like your hair stands up on your skin, and it's just like, it's like revelation.
Like revelation. Look, this girl is so funny. What better? Do y'all see why she's my favorite? I didn't pay her to do that either. I don't be paying her to do this commercial break.
You ain't got to pay me, honey, because
that's the joke.
She cold with it, y'all.
But yeah, so I just want people to start thinking about what your dream look like. And I got a poem for that. So I'm definitely going to read a poem today. But yeah, and if you're not doing that, what is different? Because the power of self is understanding that when you don't like anything that's going on, you have the power to change it, right? We can never change somebody else. Yeah. But we can always change ourselves. So if it was something that you wanted, what's holding you back from that dream? One of the things I love to do is the vision board. But when I do my vision board, there's 2 parts. It is you creating your vision board and you have to stand up and speak on it. And there's less pictures and more words, right? Because eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, nor have it entered into the hearts of men what God can do to you, through you, and for you. So I tend to keep pictures off of my vision board. I can't imagine the house, even though I got a house in mind. I can't imagine the car specifically, but it's just words, right? Because words are the thing that have power. And when I even think about my vision board, the minute I change, I have 3 vision boards. But my latest one is from 2016. That one is over, it just made 11 years, probably this summer coming up. This past thing. 2016, no, it's 2014. When did I write the board? I'm thinking about 2016 when I started going live. I think it was 2012 when I wrote the vision board. So it's the vision board is older. It's been sitting there for a while. But all of the things came to pass because my I Choose Me movement was on there. Getting in shape because I had 5 kids was on there, and all these different things was on that vision board, and everything came to pass. It's 16 things on the board. 6 and 1 is 7. 7 is completion. Realized that within the last 2 years. And the one thing about my vision board is I don't change it, right? Because a vision is a process. So I think a process takes at least a decade. Because with all the different things, you need to make a 365 goals. So you need to have a vision. You need to have a plan to go with your vision. So after you create the vision board, this is the dream. Like this is the things and the goals. Yes.
To make it happen.
Now you have to create the bridge. So if I have a house on here, then it's like, okay, what do I have to do first? Get my credit together. Find out what it will require. What will be my down? It's doing the steps to manifest the dream, right? So I wanted to start an I Choose Me movement. So what do I have to do? Oh, I'm going to have to go live. And let me tell y'all something. This looks effortless to y'all. But in the beginning, Kia will tell you, honey, right before I would press start, I would take a shot.
You and me both.
Because I was so antsy. So not enough to get drunk, but I would take a shot. You would take a shot. We'd get the edge off and then we would go. And so that's I ain't gonna lie, I'm keeping 100. That's how I did start.
As you should.
And by about maybe 3 months after going live every Tuesday consistently and getting comfortable because you can't see nobody. I was in rooms and I went to a large church in which it was thousands of members and they would always call me out to share a poem. So it wasn't the crowd. I had to get used to this. That's why I've been teaching the whole live
I had to get used to looking at myself talking right because I could go in a room and I'm looking out at the people and so it's easier. I'm talking to you, right? I could do that. I mean, I was a little nervous, but going live is because I'm so busy critiquing me.
That part.
I'm so critical on me. So because the camera is showing me and I'm talking and I'm like, oh God, look at my face, look at the bump, look at my teeth, look at we the worst critics. And it's like, just damn do it.
Yep.
It's what you're saying. All of that don't even matter, but it matters to you.
But it matters to anybody. So it works.
You just gotta get over it.
And that's why I said God got to use you because my whole mission was I choose me, right?
Come on.
And so hashtag no more excuses.
Come on.
You have to show up. And so, like I said, it wasn't easy, but it was necessary, right? It allowed me to grow into a better part of myself, become more of myself and take it to a new level. And so, that process it's about looking at yourself and going through it. So now, like, if you go through me, you won't have to take a shot because it's all about that confidence.
Come on now.
It's all about taking that time to actually build yourself up to be like, it matters what I'm saying. And that's the part. Sometimes you worry about the numbers. God said if one come, that's enough.
Come on, that's all
and we
you
want
need.
The masses. When God said, I need you to when I rise you is because all of the numbers came together at one time. And so I love that.
One come, another one.
Another one.
And another one.
That
and
part.
DJ Khaled in another one. In another one. Okay.
And then you might say, does somebody need to want to hear what I have to say? Yeah. Somebody does. Somebody needs what you have to say, especially if you're coming on authentically you. You will find your tribe. You will find your community. You will find somebody to make it worth having a conversation.
And period. So much fun. Child, we are having fun on this Coffee and Conversations, okay? Because we just real people, right? And we want a real conversation and we just want to be ourselves. Just be yourself. You ain't got to be all trying to be somebody else. No. Prim, proper. We ain't got time for that.
And so that's hard.
yeah,
it's hard to, like you say, not point out everything that you think is wrong with you instead of celebrating all the things that are right with you and that you showed up and that you are enough and that you are amazing and that somebody needs to hear what you have to say. And so I stress it enough. That is what you've been through that makes you valuable. Your value is found in your valley moments, and having the confidence over the years. It gave me the confidence to speak my truth about even my molestation process and all of that. It was a process to be able to release certain things from myself.
Gucci, like, I've been out here too long. You got me up, girl. Now what is he doing? That's not grass, Gucci.
Looking like grass. He rolling all on it. It's hilarious. But yeah, so it's really taking the time to value your process into your promise and knowing that that was the price of admission. And when you speak about it, you bring life to it. You actually take it to a new level because you remove the shame and you get in your lane and you realize that you were the solution to a problem.
I said that on the thing yesterday. Okay. I was like, we was talking about the credit stuff, and she was asking me questions, and I was saying how, you know, what I was doing as an underwriter for Wells Fargo or whatever, and then I was like, you know, the problem is people got to remove the shame and get in their lane. I said, and that's from my cousin Precious Paulin. Y'all got to definitely look her up if y'all watch my replay on Instagram. But I was like, it's a Preciousism. One of her Preciousism. She cold with it. She bad with it, y'all. But she was like, what? Say that again.
That part, because it makes it easier.
And get in your lane. I said, child, honey, y'all don't even know. She got some stuff. Yes, okay.
Only because I had to walk through it. That's the part. And I want to be, and I always like to tell people, like, when somebody's in need of help, the best way you can help them is by being vulnerable, right? And being humble. And so if you hear them, the best way to relate to somebody is to relate to somebody. You know, a relationship is because you relate it so the ship can move. So you're no longer anchored in one understanding. And so it allows you to have real conversations and let them know what life look like for you. And so now we take away the advice. We don't add vices, but we definitely give guidance. And so your testimony is guidance. And so even with our kids, it's like, do you remember what it was to dream and how easy it was for us to forget about our dreams because life showed up and we had to stand in certain positions for the time. But like Tammy, her candles are going amazing, and she served a purpose that paid her forward. When I think about me helping with my siblings so much, and at one point it was like, oh, I'm never gonna have kids when I grow up because I want to be free. And then to show up
to rob you of them.
No, it was gonna rob me.
Oh no, but thank
God. It was gonna rob me, but thank God.
It to rob you of the beauty of the 5 amazing kids that I have right now.
Thank God that the pleasure became the measure of my expectation. How about that? Now you got to figure that out by yourself.
Of those 5
the pleasure became the measure of that.
They will do some amazing things in this world, honey. Trust me, because each of them and their own personality is so special, and I just can't wait to see how they're gonna impact the world.
Listen,
because they impacting adults. Child, my husband was like, they just the most. I just love them. They just did such a great job with them, and I was like, oh,
yes. When you told me that, I'm like, what Byron was paid? He was like, oh.
I was shocked. I was like, okay, babe.
We paid attention. I didn't know how many people paid attention. We were going to pick up the kids from middle school. And at that point, the boys were just coming. No, actually, the boys wasn't even there yet. But Nene and Serenity and Neve was in middle school. And we was going to their game because both of them played basketball. Now Rondell coaches at the same middle school. But we was going, but the coach who had been there for years, even Coach Essence, you know, they all went through the same thing. So the school kind of knows them as a whole, and everybody comes to, even the boys coming in. And, you know, they think boys they are hundreds. They got hundreds and they play sports and all of that. So it's like they got a certain amount of respect. But when the coach came up to me Chef Ron and was like, "Oh my God, your kids are the most amazing kids. Y'all need to teach a class." And I'm thinking, okay. And we got one of the most amazing calls yesterday from shout out to Jason Gardner, and he was definitely celebrating. Yeah. And he was definitely celebrating because we were just saying he was about to have a baby shower I think in March, the beginning of March. He's having a boy now. So yes.
Oh my goodness.
So he was him and Chef Ron was talking, but it was so amazing because he was just saying like, man, y'all 20 years later, we're about to celebrate 21 years. So we're not gonna be here. We're taking a trip, for our 21st anniversary. So we were saying we won't be here, but he was like, listen, 21 years, honey. On that day, we want to make sure we got a bottle of us. And I was like, that's right. Because I was just telling Chef Ron that we grown. 21 mean grown. I mean, this marriage can work on its own. We legal now. So we legal. So yeah. And we definitely were fruitful and multiply. And so, but he was saying that, definitely celebrate what y'all got. Like y'all are the thing to look at, because it's like he said, now y'all it's 20 years later and y'all like each other. And we like each other. We really like each other. Love each other. Because I had that thing with Mary.
Little kids, honey.
Yes, and then he was like, and then y'all kids love y'all, right? Because Essence didn't even want to go to school far. Everybody wanted her. She went to Greensboro, and of course she's all like, oh God, I cannot wait. I'm almost here. I'm coming back. And she looked at the place she's getting is on the corner. Okay. She ain't going far. Every Sunday, Mama had the counter. So it's just, and you want to build that relationship. So I think that we did a great job at finding balance in where we parent them, but we still love them. So yes, we will be doing classes.
Oh yeah.
School of Husband and School. Oh, Mondale came up with it. Wait till these t-shirts we about to come out for our 21st. We be wearing them. Y'all gonna see us because we about to start a whole little vibe. School of Husbands and School of Wives, honey. We're gonna get everybody right so that we can make marriages great again.
And make them last again. Fun. I mean, people grow apart, but something going on. There's something going on that we gotta just pull it back. If it ain't no craziness going on.
So since it was a nice and quiet day, we could pull a card for everybody.
Pull a card. Okay, we're gonna pull a card, guys, since it was a great conversation.
Oh, maybe I could we're doing dreams. I'll do wishing on a star. So yeah. You want to shuffle and pull a card? We're going to let Kia do our card pulling for the day.
All right, come on.
Oh, I actually don't need this, but these are the 2 book of poetry that I do have. This one I'm about to make an ebook, but this one is not available nowhere but on my soulsavedoctor.company.site one, or I choose me blingboutique.company.site. But anyway, this one right here is all on the LinkedIn tree. So if y'all hit that link above, you can get to this book. This is my first ever book of poetry. And yes, both images are me. I was a visionary.
Yes.
And I'm a visionary, y'all. I've been a visionary, y'all.
Look at that. Look at her.
That was in my prime. That's me with makeup on,
honey.
That's that makeup. I had an artist or whatever. So look at the brows. Some brows is late, y'all. Yeah, but I'm not a makeup person at all.
Like it.
I'm grateful that I don't have to be.
But you have natural beauty.
So yeah, I'm glad. Honey, I would be left and I would not have the amazing marriage that I have, honey, because he already be mad because I'm running late. Imagine if I had to beat this face.
Yeah, I don't even know how to beat a face.
And when I on Halloween when I played Cardi B.
Oh,
girl, you ain't supposed to see the words. It's supposed to be a random. She got it upside down. I'm done with you. So when I played Cardi B, the girls, did my makeup and gave me lashes and stuff. And hunty, I said, now I know why they say beat your face, because they was. I'm like, oh, they really literally mean get that face beat, because they was just busting me all. I was like, they tap in. They did a great job though, honey. I know it. I laugh when they say that,
get that face beat.
Daughters are God's way of saying you need a best friend for life or something.
Yes,
so I got 3 of them.
Sure was doing my face.
Yes, honey. They be like, let's get you together.
I was like, Sierra, come on, get her up in the morning. She'd be like, oh, Ma. I'd be like, come on. She'd be like, okay, get that. I'd be like, hurry up, come on. She'd be like, but yeah, the girls
will have you together.
And them presents be off the chain, yeah.
Oh yeah, they're very yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So listen, I don't have the students, but I get 5 gifts from 5 kids. So
Look,
she's a teacher.
Look how that. At least it wasn't just one. See, he said you knew it had to be multiple.
It had to be multiple, and all of them are given. So yes, they get together and they listen. This MacBook that I'm on right now, for my 40th birthday, I'm 42 now.
So look,
Essence bought me a MacBook Air for my birthday, my 40th. Come on now. So these kids are giving good gifts too.
Great.
Got me a Gucci bag. I'm not a Gucci bag girl. Why did I say a Gucci bag? I don't want a Gucci bag. Nobody get me a Gucci bag. I don't believe in the Gucci bag, but
Gucci bag.
I choose
whatever
me
name
out.
You want to call it. Look,
when you see me,
I choose me.
You gonna see me when I choose me. That's my brand, and that's the brand I'm repping.
And this for everybody.
I need to be endorsed before
them. Who don't choose them? That is a brand that is so universal. Okay, because when you choose you. When you wear I choose me, you are choosing you. Okay? So y'all definitely, when she start bringing out these pieces.
I'm about to start too.
Oh.
I got some
you
good
definitely want to grab you something
right
because who else you gonna choose if you don't choose you? With no more excuses, baby.
That part.
Oh, you gonna wear that proudly because
we have 56, girl.
And I be having on my jacket and that thing. They be like, I'll be like, yeah, I choose me. But they be like,
it's such a universal
thing.
It's
a like, yeah.
You can feel it. It's self-love. And I think that
love for real.
When we operate in self-love,
you even really feel different when you put it on.
You gotta, and people respect you different. Like, oh,
come on now.
Listen,
if you wearing I choose me on you,
they're gonna question how they could come at you. They're going to be like, wait a minute, what that mean?
And when your mindset aligns with that energy and that wording and that no more excuses, then you unfuckable.
Yep. You mean unfuckwittable?
You better say it. Because I couldn't even get it out right. But that's what my mind was thinking. Oh, definitely not that. But I'm just saying.
Girl, get us a card.
Get us a card,
What
please.
is the ABC or how special I am for today?
All
we
right.
are about to end this
How
out.
special are you?
Well, you're one of a kind. Okay. Which one you going to do, Kia? Close your eyes and grab one. And I'm going to show you. Oh, sookie now. I am purposeful. That's the perfect one.
Wow.
So look how Kia's still looking at the card.
I
am purposeful. So listen, it's perfect. Oh, this light is crazy, huh? I got a light over here, but
I am purposeful. You are purposeful.
I think it's perfect for what the topic was. God is always intentional. You can't tell me we don't be anointed and covered by his covering because everything's always in alignment with our conversation for the day. It ain't planned, but it is God willing. Where there's a will, there's a way. And the purposeful one is perfect because, that's what dreams is all about. It's about finding your purpose. It's about finding the thing that makes you stand out, that makes you feel, as big men say, one of a kind, that you're outdoing yourself, right? Yeah. And I want y'all to know that comparison is the thief to gratefulness. And so where you are is right where you belong. And so if there was a dream that you had that you felt like got lost through life, through responsibilities, through positions, all these different things, you have the power to choose you today and get about God's business, right? And so make sure that you operate in the purpose of you always. And the purpose of you is love. Love grows everything. And that's why I say love yourself first, because it allows you to stand in your purpose in a way that's just given.
Make today count because you are purposeful. Come on. You are here for a reason.
Mm-hmm. And so today's word is loneliness. We'll see what this reads as we're reading. It says, teach them to obey everything that I have taught you, and I will be with you always, even until the end of this age. So I choose me And finding yourself is never being alone, because he said he will be with you to the end of this age. And so remember that, Matthew 28:20. The Lord is near to all who call on him. Yes, to all who call on him in truth. So be authentic in your call. Don't be frightened. When you make a call, make sure you are intentional and you're ready to do the next steps after the call. So I can't say call and come pick me up, and then when they show up, you ain't ready. Get ready after the call. Even if my father and mother abandoned me, the Lord will hold me close. Psalms 27:10. Absolutely, right? So when you feel like you're all alone, that my dreams didn't work out, my life is not what I want it to be, remember that you are not alone, that God is holding you close in that moment to remind you that everything had purpose. All things work out for them whom love the Lord. And so as long as you are in love with self, you are in love with God, because God using you as a piece to operate in the world for his greater good. And so when you get in alignment with what that looks like, your purpose, you make you make an impact. And impact means I'm the pact. See, impact, I am pact. I'm the pact. I'm the agreement heaven had with earth. That's what you came here to do. So if you're the agreement that heaven had with earth, your impact is about how you show up. So you remember that God always has you. You'll impact the world in many ways. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. Ooh, because of them. Because he goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Deuteronomy 31:6. So at the end of the day, if you still have a dream set and there are things that you want, there's no reason to fear, because what the F is your mustard seed, right? Faith or fear. There's no reason, because God is always with you. And he said, great is he that's in me than he that is in the world. So then you have the power to change any situation, because the greatness comes from inside of you. So you get to format your life according to what you feel. So change your inside. Do that inside work. Invest, right? It's internal. So how amazing it is to remember I am never alone. You are my constant companion. You are always here to help, guide, and comfort me. Only you can take away the ache of aloneness. Lord, the closer I am walking with you, the fuller my life becomes. When you feel lonely, can you turn to God and ask him to surround you with his presence? That's a question mark. Do you have enough of a relationship? Because you can't ask somebody you ain't really talking to, can you help me? So getting in a relationship makes you feel comfortable with your ask. Because if the closer we are, the easier it is for me to ask. Yeah. So maybe sometimes asking and receiving is hard because you haven't dealt with the intimacy. So when you become intimate with God, then you're not afraid to ask. When you become intimate with God, you don't doubt that he's already there. So then, since God is a vibe and faith is his vibration, when you want to get on his level, you have to have freedom after insight to hire yourself. And so he said that I already ordained you. I already pre-qualified you. I already said yes. If the thought came in your mind, then I already said yes to it, right? So go about it. And don't let the people who got the negative thoughts take action quicker than the one that got the holy ones, right? If you have a great intention, don't sit down on what God is trying to do with you, because you are purposeful.
Come on now.
Purposeful. And so since we did What's Name, we're going to end out, but I do want to quickly do Wishing on a Star, because it is the dream poem. And it goes, wishing on a star. Crying and waiting, holding on to a dream. Never hesitating that life isn't what it seems. You know this journey that you're on leads to the same place, but as you're making different detours, you can't keep the tears from rolling down your face. When will I open the door to this dream I've held on to for so long? When will I complete the lyrics to ending this sad song? For it seems day after day I'm getting further from where I want to be, and I'm crying out to God to come and rescue me. Rescue me from this disappointment, because things just won't go right. Throw in a towel before I get killed in this fight. But what he had to show me was that I had another round of fight to give. And he then gave me a sip of water and breathed the will in me to live. He said the dream that he gave me is what keeps me going. And he wakes me up with that purpose without me ever even knowing. That the dream that he gave me sustained the life he placed in me, which made me want to strive and love who he created me to be. So I did not get so caught up in the dream, but embrace what it meant, because giving me purpose is what the dream represents. So I would never let go of my dream. I mean, my purpose, no matter how long I wait, because God may not come when I want him, but he's never a minute too late. And that, my dear, is in Prophetic Poetry to Heal the Soul. This is an ebook, so you can get it in ebook, or you can decide to order it where I sign it and send it, and it's a huge, thick, colorful, amazing thing. But a lot of these poems are in these books, and they are really healing, and they will really help you deal with the things that you suffer in silence. No more sis, right? I don't want you to go through, and like I said, when I say no more sis, I'm not talking woman, queen, girl. I'm talking no more suffering in silence. And that could be a man or that can be a woman. But what I want you to understand is that you have the power to change your hour. Seriously. So operate in that. Happy today, William. How are you doing? Hey. So it's our responsibility to be very purposeful.
Yes.
And to get the subscriptions and prescriptions that's going to take us to where we want to be, who we want to be. So invest in your mindset just as actively as you invest in what they see.
Absolutely.
Invest in who you be.
The inside, focus on the inside and invest on the inside more than you do on the outside.
So our card for the day is I am purposeful.
Purposeful. So continue your day with being purposeful, because
that
is the word of the day.
Happy today.
Yes.
No more sis. You already know, bro. Will. My soul brother right there.
Come on now, Will.
So, without further ado, any last thing you want to say before I close us out? Nope. Well, we are good. This has been an amazing hour and 5 minutes. So we have served our time. Coffee and conversations. Tea and conversations, whatever you're drinking in conversation.
And yes, Stephanie,
remember,
this was me on my cup. So this is me. Yeah, I just, sent Vistaprint some photos and had this done. So yeah, girl, Vistaprint.
I love that, Kia. We about to have coffee and conversation mug, so let me tell you. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you so much. I'm glad you stayed and enjoyed it. We love to have you guys in the room helping us take balance in our conversations, because we can be like this. So without further ado, remember to take care of your heart space. Really, really, really. It's just seriously. Don't allow your dreams to make you feel like because they're not where you want them to be, that you are not enough. You were born enough. You are equipped, and you are exactly where you belong right now. And all you have to do is activate the right F. Activate the right F. So you have the option to choose faith or fear. You have the power to choose. And so if you want to be purposeful, and the vibration of God is faith, then I suggest you choose to be faithful over your thoughts. And the ones that you don't want to come to pass, remove them, because the mind is a powerful thing.
You get to
and
choose.
So unconsciously you'll be thinking about it and vibrationally accepting the wrong stuff in, because you haven't first changed your mind. So change your mind to believe that you too can have every desire of your heart, and all it requires is for you to first believe it in order to receive it. And so I celebrate you, and I want you to remember that it's a relay race, and somebody's relying on you to turn your heartbeat into a soul beat in order to leave your soul print, because the fingerprint tells us what you got wrong in the world, but the soul print tells us what you got right, and what God got right is you. So remember that you need to do your work. You can never turn on anybody else's light, but you can provide enough light for them to find their switch. So stay lit in this world so somebody can find their way out of the darkness. It is your responsibility. We love you. Our word for the day is I am purposeful. So it's perfect for wishing on a star and realizing that the dreams are not lost. I've changed my dreams.
Activate it and take the action at any time. Like we said yesterday, you could start over. Every day you start over, right? You don't stay stuck. You just wake up anew, renew your mind daily, right? And you get to start over every day. Yesterday is behind us. Today is what we're doing. So
love you guys.
Love you guys.
See you guys tomorrow.
Enjoy your
8:30-ish a.m.
Right.
With our coffee and conversations. We love you.
Love you
Remember,
guys.
Love grows everything. So love yourself first. Have an amazing Tuesday. It's a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday, choose you day. Okay.
Come on now, make
See
it
you
count.
later. Bye bye.
Bye bye.